What's up guys, Barry Gaming here, back with some more AFK Journey, and today we need to update our wish list, kind of tier list, whatever you want to call it. These are the heroes you should have on your wish list, and we're mainly discussing the A tier heroes. The S levels, of course, we've already seen a ton of. The A levels, some people might be getting it wrong, so we want to make sure you're summoning for the right heroes. I accidentally didn't hit the save button yesterday, and I did like 300 summons with the wrong heroes, and that's now going to hurt my progression. So don't make the same mistakes we did. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Hit that subscribe button if this helps you out. Let's jump right into it. So the biggest thing I have to say is when you go to do your summons in the Noble Tavern here, please make the first thing you ever do in this game, go to the all hero recruitment and go to the wish list. Beyond that, okay, the second you change anything, make sure you hit the big green save button. Somehow, while I was talking on stream, I like changed my whole list and then I just clicked out thinking that would just automatically save my list. Guess what? It does not. If you change anything here, anything whatsoever, hit the save button at the end. Now we're going to talk about the best heroes to have in each section here. So Rowan is going to be one of the best you're ever going to see here, with Tamisha being really good as well. Tamisha is used in very specific game modes in Dream Realm, but the fact that she can run around and hit stuff, even though she's a tank, she can deal damage. Very good hero. Rowan, of course, we all know Rowan. He feeds energy, he heals your team. He's absolutely amazing. Those are the two you want to go for, in my opinion, on the S levels. Now the A levels, there's no doubt Korin is going to be the first one you need to put on here. Once again, so many of our decisions on power levels in this game has to do with the Dream Realm. We'll be getting more into that as we build our teams up ourselves, but just know Korin is going to be one of those you absolutely need. The other one you're going to need is Marilee. She is a ranged marksman, and once again, these two are some of the best damage dealers in the game, and they're only A level heroes. So making sure you put them on the list and getting copies of them as fast as possible is going to be the best benefit to you. Now we're kind of moving right down to the Mauler, because the Maulers and Light Bearers are two of the most important wishlist heroes to have right, mainly because of Dream Realm. These two factions have more heroes that are godly in Dream Realm than the other two combined. Now Brutus is solid here, and Smokey is a must. Smokey is the best supporter pretty much in the game, in my opinion, simply because of the attack buff he also does for everybody that's standing in this yellow cloud. He is more situational sometimes based on if your team is moving to the enemy side, because then he's not doing anything and Rowan becomes better. And we're not counting Celestials and Hypogens in it, because Reiner is the true support god. Smokey is the S level that is really good. Brutus, of course, good tank, can go immune in the front row and buy some time for your team. You could go for someone else, maybe go for Shakir, maybe go for Reese, but these two are, my opinion, the best ones. And Odie is the best single target damage dealer in the game, hands down. Odie is going to be on every person's account, and you know who else is? Kruger. Kruger is interesting because really the whole point of having Kruger on your team is just to lower a boss's defense, which is why he's really crap in most game modes and godly in Dream Realm, because there's only one boss, there's only one target, and if you can reduce the physical defense and armor of that boss, your damage dealers are going to deal that much more damage, which is why even though I made the mistake and had Entendre up here, that was a big boo-boo. You want to get Kruger as powerful as possible. Literally, these four heroes can be the core of your Dream Realm team, not counting any S levels, Hypogens, Celestials, any of that. Those four A levels can make an amazing Dream Realm account, so make sure you get those four right there. Once we go down to Wild, there's a little bit more leeway here. Haywin is probably a really one of the best healers in the game, or supporters in the game, because she has the highest healing output. And I think Brian is one of those underrated marksmen in the game. A lot of people sleep on him. I think he's better than most say. However, if you don't need another ranged damage dealer and instead you want to go for a tank, go for Granny. One thing I will say, I do think Aaron is a whale bait type hero. When he is fully built, he can do some really amazing things, but if you only have a couple copies of him, he's not nearly as good. As far as the A levels go, Damien is an amazing healer. You're actually going to even want to have him for some of that really special Dream Realm content as well, so keep that in mind here. Besides that, you can go for Leica as the second one. You can go for Parisa. You can go for Arden. The second slot on Wilder isn't as important. It's more or less what you need or who you want. Lastly, Graveborn. Number one, we are going to have Cessia in here because, well, you get a copy of her and she's just godly. Number two, you are going to have your main man Thorin in here because, well, Thorin is just ridiculously good. The best tank in the game, does crazy amounts of damage on top of that. And then beyond that, Sylviana, Viperian. I will say the Graveborn A levels are probably the weakest out of all four factions. But yes, I know he's on my wish list. If you put your wish list like this, I don't think you're gonna have many problems clearing content in the game. You literally, it's funny because it's like almost everything in the A level side is just 100% pure Dream Realm, and that's not a bad thing. That's actually really good. And then all the S levels are like campaign pushing, story mode pushing, AFK pushing, all those things. However, like I said, there are some heroes like Odie that you can use in both places. Damien can be a good healer if somehow you don't get a Haywin or a Smokey, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, this is kind of the go-to. And in previous ones, we were talking about extreme early game wish list, which the more we kind of looked at it, the less good information it was. So I want to make sure we got this one out there because, again, at the end of the day, there's one thing you need to try to focus on, and that is the power of your team in Dream Realm. And you can see today, Kruger, Thorin, Marilee, Odie, these are all heroes you're going to want to have on a ton of these bosses. So please make sure you set up your wish list. Make sure you hit the save button. You need to save the button. Hit the save button. Please hit the save button. Don't make the same mistake as me. Right there. Green save button. Yes. Yes. Please do it. As always, if you guys want to see more information on a specific hero, leave a comment in one of these videos. Say, hey, I want to know more about Korin. Tell me why Marilee's so good. Tell me why or how I should build Kruger. And we'll get some videos your way because honestly, I'm just going off of what you guys are asking for. I'm making the content for, and there's so much to talk about in AFK Journey. Be patient. I'm trying to keep my videos. My original intention was to do like 1 or 2 AFK Journey videos a day. Right now with launch, it's kind of like 3 to 4 just because there's so much to talk about. And then we'll slowly cool down on the content. So let me know what you guys think. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time.